you had a nice weekend, nice New Year's. I love being on the West Coast because we celebrate two New Years. We celebrate 9 o'clock, and then some people go to bed. There we go. And then we celebrate again at midnight. It's wonderful. Here we are. All right. Okay. Welcome to our 2022. We're gonna be starting this week. Hello, Chuck and Lisa in Oregon. Nice to see you. Um, we're going to start today just framing the year a little bit. This week, the Torah portion is Bo. It has what I think is one of the more interesting concepts, which is, we've talked a lot about hardening our heart. And in this particular Torah portion, hi Kathy, Happy New Year. In this particular Torah portion, it uses an interesting word for when it says that Pharaoh's heart was hardened. It says hichbadati. Now, that comes from the root koved or kaved, which is liver or heavy or weighty. Kavod, to honor something, to give something weight, right, comes from that root. But chabed is that his heart was made hard, but through its heaviness. As a matter of fact, on New Year's Day, Michelle and I woke up and listened to Sylvia Boorstein from Spirit Rock, which is one of the great meditation centers in the country. And Sylvia Boorstein came to our synagogue once. She's an incredible mindfulness teacher and was truly inspirational. Buddhist philosophies of suffering and how life is about suffering, and that our objective is to have less suffering in the world, or to be able to live within our suffering and to not let it control us. And it made me think about this hichbadati word, and that Pharaoh his heart becomes hardened because he's beaten down. That what Sylvia, hello Susan, Happy New Year. I think what Sylvia was trying to say was, and I've seen some other things that she's written and interviews from her, is the idea that we have to acknowledge right away that there is suffering and that life is tough. And that we're going to have difficulties in our lives, every one of us. You're going to, I'm going to. Life isn't going to be so perfectly smooth. And that just by recognizing that, it's important for us to start, hello Adam, to just recognize at first the way that we're feeling, and to recognize that that our heart is hardened, and only when we recognize it are we going to be able to soften and to alleviate, hopefully, our own suffering in the world. And that's what I wanted to talk about today, this connection between our hearts being heavy, which I'm calling our suffering or difficulties or challenges that we have, and then how we look at those things and what we say to ourselves. And Sylvia had this, it just was so beautiful the way she was talking about it. She was like, I'm in the grocery store and this person's taking a long time in line. And I'm starting to get frustrated and kind of angry. Why can't this person go any faster? And, then she says, well, it's later in the day. Maybe hello sis, maybe she can't go any faster. This is how fast she's going. If she could go faster, she probably would go faster. So let's have a little compassion for her. And so in that particular moment, what she's saying is her own suffering, which is, oh my God, how come this line is taking so long? This should be going so much faster. That turns into frustration and then becomes anger towards this person that you don't even know. Instead, looking and saying, okay, so she's taking a little while, right? Maybe she's going through something. Maybe she um, can't handle going any faster than that. It brought me to I don't know if you know this, but I'm a big sports fan. And over the weekend there was a player who was asked to go in the game. He said no. Coach asked him the second time, go in the game. He said no. Coach is like, well, then get out of here. And he literally took his uniform off. His name's Antonio Brown. This is in the news, so it's not Lashon Hara. Took his uniform off, took his T-shirt off, took his gloves off, threw them into the crowd, did peace signs to the crowd, and walked off. And there's been so much, disappointment in him and anger towards him. And there's been so much. And then Tom Brady, who is, his quarterback on the same team, he says, we need to have compassion for him because he must be going through a lot. And I hope that he gets the help that he needs. So many times we carry judgments of other people. Maybe we have those judgments because we do the same thing and we feel bad about it ourselves. Sometimes we have judgments towards other people because we just go with our gut feeling about how we feel about a certain situation instead of saying, I wonder how that person feels or why that person did that. Maybe they're sick. Hello. Maybe there's something wrong. And that if we approach those things that we start to feel judgmental about and we offer them as compassion, it's like, wow, what must that person have gone through that they would completely blow up their livelihood? I mean, does that sound like something that would happen to someone who's in their right mind? And so what I would say to him is that if those feelings come up, you have to kind of, deal with those feelings. And obviously he wasn't able to do that. But that's what I'm trying to express to all of us, is that when we get angry, when we get frustrated, when we're upset, when my heart is hardened because it weighs so much and it's been weighed down. And let's not forget the horrible things that happened to the Pharaoh that put him in that position. He was defeated. His heart was heavy. And it's those moments when our heart is heavy that we have to lift it up by noticing it. And that's what Sylvia gave to me, this idea that what I'm feeling in reaction to something, that instead of just feeling it, reacting to it, to notice, well, why do I think I'm feeling that? And is that helping to alleviate my suffering because I'm feeling these things about it? There's this idea that she points out that some people react to things a specific way. In other words, when there's stress and tension, some people are defeated by it. Some people are energized by that. Some people get angry if that happens. And that what she's saying is, the way we react to something is not a flaw. We don't have to judge the way because we get angry about something or we get frustrated by something. It's the way we react to things. And she says, what is inside of me? I'm whatever height I am. I have whatever hair color I have. My eyes are this color, and I never say, oh, I have a problem because my eyes are blue. But I would say I have a problem because I react to something a certain way. Well, if that's the way I react to it, then that's part of my trigger. That's who I am to react that way. It doesn't necessarily say that it is appropriate to react the way I am. But if I look and I say, wow, I'm only reacting that way character, my default is to become angry. My default is to be frustrated. My default is to get sad. My default is to freak out. That's your default. It's not your fault. And that if we just recognize that we're human beings that are reacting to things that aren't necessarily how we want to react to things, and be less judgmental to ourselves and say, hey, it's okay that I reacted that way, but now let's take a look at it. Let's open ourselves up to really see what's happening inside of us and why I might react that way, or what that person is going through that's causing me this reaction. I do feel like I'm kind of going all over the place a little bit, but hopefully that this concept is something that I really would love us to look at in our own mindfulness as we go through the day. That there is going to be suffering and there is going to be pain and there are going to be challenges. But how we approach this can make the difference between less suffering or more. You know, if we allow our reactions to things to weigh our hearts down so much that we suffer more, perhaps that's something for us to look into and to think about. Okay, enough of me. Let's get to our breathing. Let's allow our stomach to fill with our breath, or our chest to fill with our breath. What's it doing to your body? How does your body feel today? Do you feel tense? Do you feel stressed? How are you dealing with that stress? Okay. You know, the last thing I would say about this is that the emphasis on practice. We're not going to get this right away. It may take months, may take years, but surely as we take our time to think about these concepts, I'm hoping that it certainly will help us to navigate our lives so that there is less strain on us. Let's get comfortable and strong. And all we're going to do is concentrate on our breathing. First time we do it this year. We're just allowing everything to be as it is for this moment. We're just being, just breathing, doing the thing that we do the most naturally. Just feel your breath inside. Does it make you tighten up? Does it loosen you? Where's your body? Just think about us being together right now. Each of us sitting in our homes, connected through this breath. As your mind takes you away from your meditation and your breathing, just without judgment, because it's just what it is, just bring yourself back. I invite you to just return to your breath, feeling it come in, feeling it go out. As we come to our final minutes, let's move towards a more directed approach. On our first day back, we ask for two feelings. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. I think one of those is a lot harder than the other right now. May I feel safe. It's very hard to feel safe right now. So many different ways. May I feel safe. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. That one's easy. May I feel blessed. May I recognize what I have, with whom I have it, where I am, who I am. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe and blessed. If you'd like to invite someone to be in front of you in your mind's eye, to offer them feelings of safety and feelings of blessing, just picture that person in front of you. May you feel safe. May you feel blessed. May you feel safe and blessed. May you feel safe. And may you feel blessed. May you feel safe. May you feel blessed. May you feel safe. May you feel blessed. And just bring it back to yourself. May I feel safe and may I feel blessed. May I feel safe and may I feel blessed. May I feel safe and may I feel blessed. And let's just finish with several breaths, just thinking about our breath. Concentrating on that life force coming in and out of our bodies. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm honored that you are here. And I hope that you were able to find some peace and stillness during our time together. May you feel blessed and may you feel safe.